If you're thinking about trading city traffic and insane property taxes for lake views and an easy commute, you're not alone. Right now, nearly 70% of buyers purchasing homes here in the Pocono Mountains are coming directly from New York City and New Jersey. But before you pack up the U-Haul and head west on I-80, there are a few differences between city living and mountain living that quite often they catch out-of-state buyers totally off guard. I'm Mark Bond with Century 21 Select Group, right here in Lake Ariel, Pennsylvania, and today I'm breaking down 5 things that you absolutely must know before moving from New York or New Jersey to the North Pocono Lake region. We're talking about the reality of HOA fees and the shock of Pennsylvania property taxes and the truth about short-term rentals. If you want to avoid a costly mistake, watch this until the end, so let's get into it. Number 1, the tax shock. And I mean this in the best possible way. The number one reason that most of my clients tell me they're fleeing New Jersey and New York is the cost of living, and specifically the taxes. And if you're coming from New Jersey, you're leaving the state with the highest effective property tax rate in the entire country, averaging around 2.4%. And New York, you're not far behind. But here in Pennsylvania, it's a completely different world. Not only are your property taxes going to be a fraction of what you pay in Bergen County or Long Island, but Pennsylvania also has a flat state income tax rate of 3.07%. Compare that to New York City, where you're getting hit with state and city income taxes that can easily push past 10%. And when you run those numbers, the tax savings alone off to pay for the mortgage on a beautiful home here in Lake Ariel. So here's the pro tip. Pennsylvania taxes vary heavily, county to county. Where Lake Ariel is, right here, we're known for having some of the most reasonable property taxes in the entire Pocono region. Number 2, understand that in the Poconos, you're usually buying into a community, not just a home. So when buyers from the city start looking at Zillow and they see these gorgeous homes in these places like the Hideout and Wallenpaupack Lake Estates and think, wow, this is incredibly inexpensive. But what you need to know is that many of the best homes in Lake Ariel, are located inside those private gated, amenity-rich homeowner association communities. So it's not just the price. These aren't your typical suburban HOAs that just mow the grass. Communities like the Hideout and WLE, they have security and central water and sewer and powerboat lakes and pools and golf courses and ski hills and on and on. But because of this, you have to factor in annual dues, those HOA dues. Depending on the community, these can range from $1,000 to $3,000 a year. And your local agent here, as your local agent, my job is to help you look at the total cost of that, the mortgage, the taxes, the HOA fees, to make sure that it fits into your comfortable budget. The amenities are absolutely worth it, but you have to look at the big picture before you buy. Number 3, short-term rental crackdown. You have to pay very close attention to this, especially if you're looking for an investment property. During 2020 and 2021, buyers from New York, they flooded the Poconos. They bought up a lot of homes and turned them into Airbnbs. That exodus, it was the wild, wild west. But fast forward to today, and the landscape has completely changed. Townships and private communities they've cracked down hard on short-term rentals, and some communities like Arrowhead Lake are incredibly STR friendly. Other communities have completely banned them or required you to own the home for a few years before you can rent it out. Furthermore, townships require strict permitting and septic inspections and licensing fees. And if your agent tells you, oh yeah, you can definitely Airbnb in this house, and they haven't physically checked the current 2026 zoning, the ordinance of township and the community and specific bylaws, you need to run the other way. If you want an investment property, you need an agent who knows the STR scorecard inside and out. So call me and I'll steer you toward the communities where your investment is actually protected. Number 4, the reality of the rural infrastructure. If you're used to the gigabit Verizon Fios in Manhattan, you need to adjust your expectations just a little bit when moving to the mountains. Well, many of our gated communities in Lake Ariel, we have high-speed, excellent high-speed internet and cable internet. And the minute you look at a secluded cabin on 5 acres of private land, out there in the boonies a little bit, your internet options might drop to DSL or satellite. For my remote workers out of New York City, this is quite often a deal breaker. We all check the broadband maps before we even go look at a house, because many of my clients out in the woods, they've switched to Starlink, which actually works beautifully, but it's an upfront cost, and you need to be aware of that as well. Also, utilities. Inside communities like the Hideout and WLE, you have central water and sewer, but outside, you're dealing with private wells and septic systems. If you don't know what a septic mound is, don't worry, I'll walk you through that entire inspection process to ensure the system's integrity. Number 5, the commute. Lake Ariel is roughly 120 miles from New York City. On a good day with traffic, you're looking at a pretty solid 2-hour drive. So if you're planning to commute to Midtown Manhattan 5 days a week, man, I'm going to be honest with you, that's going to burn you out pretty quick. But that's not what most of my buyers are doing. The buyers dominating the Lake Ariel market right now are the hybrid workers. They go into the city Tuesday through Thursday, and then they spend Friday through Monday, looking at the lake. And they may put in a few hours at the desk by the window if they really have to. But lake lifestyle is a little bit different here. When you only have to make that drive a few times a week, the trade-off is unbelievable. You're trading a cramped apartment for a 4-bedroom home with a deck and a fire pit and actual breathing room. The peace of mind you get, that weight that lifts from your shoulders when you cross that Pennsylvania border, that's worth the drive alone. So there's no question that moving out of state it's a big transition, but you don't have to do it blind. I've helped countless families make the exact same move from New York and New Jersey to Lake Ariel, and I want to help you do it the right way and answer all your questions. If you're even just thinking about making a move, I want you to go to the comments below and type reload, and I'll send you my free 2026 Poconos relocation guide. It has absolutely everything you need to know about communities, about taxes, current home prices, all of those summaries. And when you're ready to start looking, my contact information is right there on the screen. So you can shoot me a text, send me an email, or just simply give me a call. I'm Mark Bond with Century 21 Select Group, and I live right here in Lake Ariel. Hit that subscribe button for more Pocono real estate updates, and I'll see you in the next video.